Welcome to The Blind Mole. I'm Mole.
And I'm Joby.
And today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite people, Mr. Hans Zimmer.
So what about Mr. Hans Zimmer are we discussing today?
The Forbidden Cue, which is so cool. I was just reading about it this week. I wanted to share it with you guys. The Forbidden Cue, it's from the movie A Thin Red Line. Do you ever see that movie?
Okay.
Terrence Malick was the director, and he had Zimmer write a bunch of music for the film before they even shot it.
For Thin Red Line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Zimmer it was early on in his career, and he wrote Journey to the Line, which became kind of a standard for his career and for a lot of other composers. And the reason it's called the Forbidden Cue is because of temp music. When directors go out and shoot stuff, composers need to be able to see what they shoot to be able to score it, right? Mm-hmm. There's some notable omissions like Interstellar, where Christopher Nolan told Zimmer to score it, or at least score the themes before they shot anything and before Nolan even told him what the film was about.
Okay.
So Interstellar has music that is just based on themes of love and forgiveness and other themes in the movie that Zimmer was working off of.
And all of that's done before the script or the plot is actually communicated then to the composer.
Correct.
Okay.
So they shoot the stuff, they bring it back, and while they're editing it, the editors really need to be able to have music so that they can better edit. So in order to help them edit the pieces together, they use temp music.
Okay.
So a director sometimes will have some temp music in mind. They'll say, use this track from this movie to temporarily...
So until there's a final score, this is what they use to kind of help drive the edits.
Yes.
Okay.
Problem is, the directors fall in love with the temp music because it's really good. Often they take it from movies like Inception. Mombasa is a very popular temp track. Journey to the Line was one of the most used temp tracks and still is used. Zimmer calls it the Forbidden Cue because it's so good that you can never get better than it. So it puts the composer, including Zimmer himself, in a total bind.
Against this standard of just...
So the director will be like, well, whatever you're scoring for me now is not as good as the temp music. Mm-hmm. So the Forbidden Cue is the track Journey to the Line from the movie A Thin Red Line. And if you've never heard that track, it absolutely encompasses what Zimmer's about.
Yeah.
The track The Way of the Sword from The Last Samurai sounds very similar. A lot of similarities to Journey to the Line. And the track Science and Religion from Angels and Demons. Most underrated Zimmer soundtracks, by the way. If you've never listened to the Angels and Demons soundtrack, amazing.
You got your homework.
But so Zimmer's Journey to the Line was part of the catalyst that launched his career.
Yeah.
Next to his work on Rain Man and some other works, but his work on Journey to the Line, directors would come to him after, and when they would hire him and say, for this movie, we want it to sound like Journey to the Line, which is why you hear it in Last Samurai and why you hear it in some other movies. But now Zimmer's in a place where he's so good at his job, he can kind of dictate what he does. And what the director will never do in his movies is use Journey to the Line as temp track. Journey to the Line has found kind of a new life in trailers.
Oh, really? How so?
Yeah, so the Man of Steel trailer. It's got to be one of the greatest trailers. I mean, we need to have a playlist of great trailer songs.
Yes.
I mean, think about it. Man of Steel alone used some of the best. The Bridge of Khazad-dûm from Lord of the Rings. They used that in one of their trailers.
Okay.
will give the people an ideal to strive towards.
Which is awesome because some of these tracks get lost. You know, you want things to be original
Right.
all the time, but these tracks are really good. So
Well, and I imagine from like the viewer standpoint that the tracks feel familiar, so it invokes a sense of nostalgia or kind of like hints of these memories of other powerful stories that have been told before. But yeah, I can imagine from the creative standpoint, it's like, nah, make something else up, do something original,
yeah.
right? We love talking about this stuff. If you guys like it too, hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you next episode. Thanks.